The gold that smelled like fear. It wasn't the weight that broke the camel's back, it was the smell. In the dead of night at Addis Ababa's Bole airport, a customs officer named Tewodros leaned closer to the humming cargo jet. The air was thick with jet fuel, but beneath it lingered something sharper, metallic, nervous, alive. He frowned. He'd smelled it before, the tang of desperation that clings to contraband. "Why does this cargo smell like jet fuel and fear?" he asked. His voice sliced through the pre-dawn silence. Guards froze. Dogs stiffened. And just like that, the world's boldest heist, 1.4 metric tons of Niger's gold, worth more than the nation's entire health budget, was stopped before it ever reached Dubai. But that was just one leak in a pipeline draining Africa dry. The math will stun you. Last year alone, $31 billion in African gold vanished, unrecorded, untaxed, untraceable. That's enough to fill 3 Olympic-sized swimming pools. 435 tons, more than the entire iron skeleton of the Eiffel Tower. How does a continent lose a swimming pool of gold every year? The desert that bleeds gold. Picture Niger, one of the world's 5 poorest nations, sitting on over 160 tons of proven gold reserves. Under the searing desert sun, children barely 12 dig into collapsing shafts with their bare hands. They sell sacks of ore to middlemen, earning less than 70% of the market value. The state agency Sopomin is supposed to buy the surplus. They captured less than 30%. So, where does the other 70% go? The answer is written in the sand. In the north, near Agadez, satellite images reveal a grim truth. Over 10 clandestine runways have been carved into the Sahara since 2020. One stretches 2.2 kilometers, strong enough for a fully loaded cargo jet. The cost? Not money. Gold bars. $500,000 worth. No invoices. No taxes. Just silence. The flight plan of a phantom. Location, N'Djamena, Niger, runway lights off. Documents, forged stamps, $2,000 apiece. Aircraft, an Antonov once labeled humanitarian aid. Cargo, $100 million in gold. Destination, Dubai. Caught only because one man, Tewodros, dared to ask. Why does it smell like fear? Dubai's golden silence. The United Arab Emirates refines more gold than the US and Switzerland combined. Yet, the math doesn't match. Between 2012 to 2022, Africa exported 1,100 tons of gold. But the UAE imported 2,569 tons from Africa. That's 1,400 tons missing, worth $278 billion. In Dubai's spotless refineries, conflict gold melts with clean gold. Once stamped Dubai Good Delivery, its bloody past disappears. Jewelry stores in New York, Mumbai, and Paris sparkle with African pain. If it fits in a briefcase under $16,335. No one asks questions. The system isn't broken. It was built this way. The real cost, paid in blood and mercury. $1.88 billion in lost African tax revenue every year. Enough to fund Niger's entire education and health budgets. Mercury contamination 20 times above UN limits, poisoning soil, water, and wombs. Child labor tripled in mining zones. $19 billion pocketed by smugglers and their political allies. The aftermath, a bandage on a gushing wound. Niger suspended mining permits. Dubai issued a zero-tolerance press release. Ethiopia halted exports for 3 days. Then the planes began to fly again. The lessons Africa can't ignore. 1. Your national resource is a national scam unless you act. Gold isn't just in the ground, it's in the data. Demand transparent, real-time export tracking. Stop calling it corruption. Call it what it is, state-sponsored theft. 2. The briefcase rule is your enemy. Dubai's $16,000 threshold is an open gate. Push for bilateral agreements that close it. Sovereignty isn't how much gold you have, it's how much you can protect. 3. The real villains aren't the miners. The 12-year-old boy digging in mercury isn't the problem. The problem is the official who sells a forged stamp for $2,000. 4. Demand the supply chain, not just the seizure. Seizing one plane doesn't stop the flood. Require proof of origin for every gram exported. If Dubai won't comply, or find new partners. 5. The world is complicit. That gold ring, that smartphone, that watch. Someone, somewhere, paid the price in mercury, sweat, and stolen futures. The truth that burns. Those 1,400 kilos locked away in Ethiopia's vaults aren't victory. They're a flare in the dark, proof the pipeline still flows. Dubai's skyline wasn't built on oil and sand alone. It was built on African gold that never passed a single ledger. Every missing ton means a hospital unbuilt. Every missing ton means a classroom unfunded. Every missing ton means a future stolen. When you hear blood diamonds, remember this. Your gold is bathed in blood too. If the price seems too perfect, someone else paid the difference. In mercury, in sweat, and in broken futures. This story isn't just about gold. It's about the future Africa could have had. Share it. Demand better. The algorithm may hide the truth, but your voice can set it free. Comment blood gold if this woke you up.